the mind of a killer and what we can spot and prevent this and what we all should be doing right now is Manny Gomez, a former FBI agent, and also Stanley Czwakiel of Cambridge Security Services. Gentlemen, thank you so much for being with us.
No problem. Thank you.
So I'll just tell you guys, the thing that just gets me here is there were so many signs that this young man was going to do something. I mean, I'm reading the Daily News. They have some quotes from a neighbor. He flat out told us he was going to do this stuff. He's weird. You don't know when to take him seriously and when not to. Last week, he said he was looking to kill a bunch of people on Wednesday.
He was talking about killing himself.
How many more signs do you need? Manny, what's your take?
Clearly, this young man has problems. He was on prescription drugs. He was arrested twice. He is a troubled young man. He told people, at least confirmed one person, that he was going to do some heinous act, that he was going to kill people, and he had a plan. Unfortunately, these days, we have to take those threats and those statements very seriously. We have to report them to the authorities and let them do a proper investigation.
And it seems when we deconstruct these incidents after the fact, the warning flags are everywhere. Like you were talking
absolutely.
about. His roommate was saying that he was saying these terrible things. He was unemployed, yet he was living with a roommate. Somebody was funding his lifestyle and wanted him out of the home. So clearly there is something going on with the family. They provided him with a gun for his birthday when he clearly was showing that he had so many racist tendencies. At what point do you say, hey, family, you've got some culpability in this?
Stepping in and doing something.
Well, you know, there's two factors there. One is the family and friends. Most of these individuals have a tendency of talking about what they're going to do. I think it's the government and our business to alert people and teach them what to look for and how to report it.
Yeah.
Because
it's not just one weird dude.
Exactly.
Right.
And there's different things that people should look for, and if they hear it, don't be afraid to call the authorities, and that's really what it comes down to.
You know, hate is such a big part of this crime. I mean, clearly fueled by hate. And I think what's stunning a lot of people is the number of hate groups in a state like New York, in a state like New Jersey. We have some numbers to put up on the screen here just to show you when you look at the top 5 states for hate groups. Here they are. California, number 1, 57. Florida's 50. Then there we are. New York, 44. There we are again. New Jersey at 40. Pennsylvania at 38. Why is New York and New Jersey so high up there?
Not one region's problem, but we're seeing a lot in the Northeast, with New York, New Jersey, and Pennsylvania taking 3 of the top 5 spots.
Yeah, it's very interesting. One would usually think that these hate groups would be predominantly perhaps in the South or the Midwest, but here we are, like you said, we're number 3 on the hit parade of these hate groups right here in New York State.
Now, are they monitored as robustly as we see the ISIS groups monitored? Because we had 4 guys that were swept up with the ISIS groups just in this week. Do we see the hate groups monitored as closely?
They are monitored. I would say not as closely for obvious reasons. ISIS is the flavor of the month right now. Everybody seems to be flocking to ISIS, especially young people. These groups are monitored, but the law enforcement resources are not enough to monitor everybody sufficiently to be able to detect and prevent attacks like this one.
And also, they've got to be leaving a footprint. So this guy had a very sparsely populated Facebook page. If he's not out there reaching out via the computer, he's not necessarily dropping those types of clues that law enforcement might pick up on.
The other thing is that these groups are going through the internet and they're recruiting people, and it's a shame, but we need to keep our eyes open to see, you know, what's going on with it.
They're very adept at worming their way in.
Right.
Yeah. I got to ask you, though, because I think that the part of this that makes this so upsetting to so many people, and it's in fact, this is a church. This is a place where people go to pray for solitude, for, you know, to have time with God, a house of God. Yet, at the same time, all of that makes this a better target? Is that, am I reading that right?
Well, what it is houses of worship have their arms open for people to come in.
Right.
So it's one of the easiest places to go in without being questioned on why you're there. They want you to participate in your church.
Right, and that's the reason why it's good that we've got some security here in New York right now taking a look for copycat attacks.
Exactly, and it's so easy to get into a church, so that's why that's one of the targets.
And we as parishioners need to be mindful of that and those people around us. We can never let our guard down. Thank you so much, Manny. We really appreciate you guys being in here this morning, and also for updating us on exactly what was going on with the shooting.
No problem.
My
Thank
pleasure.
you.
Thank you.
For more information on this shooting, of course, we're following it right here at PIX11. You can stay on the air with us and also go online at PIX11.com.